Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this special Monday here at Silverstone for the Speed Force Racing GP5 Series British Grand Prix. To all those watching tonight, your company is very welcome, especially of those watching from around the world and back at home. It's always a special day at the track that hosted the very first Grand Prix in the World Championship back in 1950, and today it could become even more special. 26 laps coming up tonight, hopefully to grace some memorable moments in this Silverstone history around this 3.66 mile circuit. Top speed just over 200 miles an hour, DRS zones along the Wellington Straight and the Hangar Straight, with 18 corners, 8 to the left and 10 to the right. Silverstone, over its 71 years of its official Formula 1 history, has seen multiple track and name changes. Starting on the start-finish straight, we have the Hamilton Straight, the name gifted by the owners of Silverstone to Sir Lewis Hamilton after celebrating his 7th world title in 2020. Moving on, we have Abbey from turn 1, Farm turn 2, Village turn 3, and Lops and Aintree turns 4 and 5. Through to the Wellington Straight, where many battles have taken place due to the DRS zone. After that, we have the Brooklands and Luffields turns 6 and 7, where we saw the duel between Mark Webber and Lewis Hamilton in 2018. Moving on, we have Woodcote and Copse turns 8 and turns 9, where we saw the controversial duel between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen in the 2021 race. Turns 10 through 14, Magus Beckett's the staple of the track, followed by Chapel, where we saw Nico Rosberg and Max Verstappen battle it out in the wet in 2016. Then we have the longest DRS straight, the Hangar Straight, followed by the upward corner of Stowe, and finally Vale and Club to round off the circuit. Tyres today will be seeing the use of the harder C3 compound, C2 medium compound, and C1 soft compound. It could be a one-stop race, but the temperatures could make it a knife edge. And in addition to all of this, today I am joined by the boss man, SFR Sonic Hawk.
Hey, thanks, bossy. Thanks for having me tonight. I think this is going to be a home race for majority of our drivers, and I'm sure a lot of them are excited to get out on track.
Well, just looking back at my screen, it is a wet qualifying session.
Indeed, I think the drivers were prepared for it, because usually when there's a wet qualifying, the drivers take their time to sort their setups out. But it seems like they were prepared for a wet quali, and I think the first car was out within the first 45 seconds.
Yeah, so it looks like these drivers have prepared. They are on inters, not full wets, so the track is not as wet as often expected. Do we think we will have a wet race, or do we think we'll have a dry race?
I think, going by how the game behaves, I think it's going to be a dry race, but it'll be interesting to see if the race is wet as well, because the strategies become interesting in a wet race. There is no mandatory pit stop. Some might pit just to save time, some might not, so it will be interesting to see if it's a wet race or not.
Being a wet qualifying, obviously the top 10 drivers are able to pick between the hard, mediums and soft compound. They have a free choice of tyre, so each driver is now aiming for the top 10 so they can get on the optimum strategy and stay out for as long as possible.
Yeah, I think if there's an early safety car, that would throw a spanner into their strategies, but if they can keep it clean for the first couple of laps, I think I think the top 10 guys will have their strategies worked out well.
Yep, right. Who has started their lap? Let's have a look at SFR, newly named SFR the Bear, as he comes round through Woodcote, if I'm not mistaken, heading up towards Copse. As he invalidates his lap, sorry, so we'll go back onto someone. Let's have a look at who hasn't invalidated their lap. We'll have a look at Kefu in the Alfa Romeo. Right, so I have just received information that it is going to be a dry race, so the top 10 will officially be starting on the dry compounded tyres. Whether they choose mediums, hards or soft, it's going to be completely up to them.
So what do you think is the optimal strategy around here in a dry race? I am yet to do a dry session over here.
For me, Personally, it would be a medium to soft.
Alright.
Some drivers, they might, if there's a safety car midway through the race, as Donkey Kong sets a 1 minute 38.679 to set the provisional pole time lap in the Williams. But yeah, it will be a medium to soft. Some might try the hard to soft and try that strategy. Some might try soft, medium, soft if there's a late safety car, because they override that compound for the race thing. I'm not quite sure what it's called. Donkey Kong setting a purple first sector.
Donkey Kong seems to be doing back-to-back hot laps because he just set provisional pole, and I think he's gone on the push again.
Yep, that's what he does. See in front of him, he does have traffic of an Alpine, which I'm not sure who that is. Time's now rolling in. Baker Road with a 1 minute 38.49. Kefi with a 1 minute 39.19.
I think it seems like truck fireman was ahead of him.
Yeah, SFR British guy. Provisional pole for 1 minute 37.1. Almost just over 1.5 seconds ahead of Fanny Lyon, who set faster than his teammate of 1:38.623. SFR British guy, after a disappointing race in France, bounced back for Austria. What position was he in Austria?
I think I actually had the standing there. Yeah, I think he finished the race P2.
Yeah, so after bouncing back from France, he had a P2, but now he's at his home Grand Prix. Do we think he'll be going for the win?
Yeah, I think he will be definitely gunning for a win. I mean, looking back at his form in the last 5 races.
I'm gonna have to stop you there quickly. There seems to be an incident on track between Mad G and Donkey Kong. Mad G's going backwards on the Hamilton straight.
Hopefully there's no grid penalties as such.
Yeah, so continuing on what you... Okay, there... Oh, Donkey Kong's gone into the side of Mad G. Mad G's crashed into the wall, and I believe he has no front wing. Oh, and there's been another collision. Oh, there, it's like bumper carts out here. Mad G with a 5-place grid penalty. Race Control have issued Mad G with a 5-place grid penalty, so wherever he qualifies, if he qualifies P1, he will start in P6. SFR British guy with another provisional pole lap of 1 minute 37.097. I'm just in time spinning, and I'm just in time with a 5-place grid penalty for collision with SFR British guy. What is happening on track today?
Do we have a desync, or maybe people are not seeing a car?
Could the spray be that bad?
Maybe people are not seeing a car on their POV, but it's actually there. I mean, I don't know.
Well, whatever's just happened, I'm just in time with a 5-place grid penalty. Mad G with a 5-place grid penalty.
Yes, so I'm looking back at incidents on race director. There's collision between Mad G and CFU. There's collision between CFU and Just in Time.
Yep, we caught that one on stream. I think Kefi went into the back of Mad G. I don't think he saw him, or something definitely happened.
Yeah, and there's also a collision between Just in Time and British guy.
Yellow flags all over the show today. We've got yellow flag from Sector 2, Sector 3, now Sector 2. Looks like a McLaren's gone off.
Alfa Romeo. I think it's CFU who's going slow.
Yeah, it's what it seems to be. We're on board with Fanny Lyon at the minute. It's currently set to 1 minute 38.179. Will he improve is the question. And that's going to be a no as he dives to the pit lane. So let's have a look at our drivers. Let's have a look at Scooter Clem. Promising driver for GP5 with a good few results under his belt. Let's see how he does. We love Field Woodcut.
Yes. Scooter Clem is currently P4 in the standings. He's got only one podium so far, but if he can keep up that consistency, I think he should be getting he should be setting himself well for GP4.
Yep, and I couldn't agree with you anymore. Scooter claim after being in GP4 last season, he was showing promising results. Now he's in GP5 where some drivers are more matched to his pace. As looking at Tim in the Alpha Tauri, he's just set a purple second sector. Will he be able to stick it on pole is the question.
I think Tim's gaining confidence with each race, and I think finishing in the top 5 last time out would have only boosted his confidence. So I think he will try to convert a good. He will try to get a good. He will try to get a good result today.
Yeah. Tim in Austria, if we remember, he got driver of the day. I think he started in the top 11 maybe, and worked his way down to P5. Oh, is the track drying up? Mad G's on the medium tyre.
I can still see rain falling from Scooter Clem's on board, so I don't think it's time for slicks yet, unless drivers have extra information that we don't.
No, this would throw a spanner in the works for some of these drivers if it was to start drying up, because they have started on their wet setups. P. Doran's now set the softs as his tyres, whether it's a mistake on their part or maybe
He's still
something
in the pit,
else.
so maybe I think it's just the game that's acting out.
Possibly. But currently, there is only one driver that's on an official lap that hasn't invalidated, which is Mohammed Guna.
Mohammed Guna seems to be going well on my track map. I mean, his lap is not invalidated.
He is officially though 1.7 seconds down on his official time, so I doubt this will be a fast lap. Let's have a look at Infinity, who is invalidated. So we'll have a look at. I'm just in time. Who's on his outlap? I'm just in time. Having a great result after Canada.
So I think currently Simo is about to start a hot lap.
You are right. Let's have a look at Simo. Simo in the Ferrari hasn't yet been able to score a point in this season, as per last season. Hopefully she can make a change, especially this being her home Grand Prix. It's actually both Ferrari drivers' home Grand Prix. It's going to be interesting if team tactics maybe play out in this one, or maybe something different. So noticing at the drivers, it's looking like most drivers are able to complete the first sector within the first 30 to 32 seconds. I think Simo is up on her time just by a bit. Let's go on to the wide angle view as, oh no, Simo spins.
She's lost the back end there a bit too much.
Now that is very easy to do.
Yeah, so currently Fanny is up 4/10 on his first sector.
Let's go have a look. Oh.
And his fun as well.
And he's found his way in. Oh, he's been disqualified.
That was pretty quick. I mean, I didn't expect the game to disqualify that way. He was still trying to control the car, and I think it's really unfortunate that the game decided to disqualify him.
Yeah. This game does not like... Oh, there's a McLaren that's gone. I think it's I'm just in time. Who's all over the place. I think he might have gone into the AI car.
I think Infinity seems to be on a hot lap currently.
Let's have a look at Infinity. Infinity, as I was saying, just joined the league in Austria. I think this will be her first official appearance in SFR. Let's see how this game plays out. Oh, and she dives to the pit lane. Let's have a look at... Who have we not seen today? Mad G, maybe? Let's have a look at Mad G. Maggi in P11 currently, but does have a 5-place grid penalty for collision with Kefu during the first few minutes of the session.
He's 15 seconds. Oh, this is strange.
Is he 15 seconds up on his time or down on it? What?
No, I mean, I remember seeing plus 15, but then again it showed he's 4/10 faster in his first sector, so I think he's improving there.
So if he's 4/10 faster, he'll currently be promoted up into P10, maybe P9. Let's see how we get sector 2, coming through Maggots and Beckett's as we speak now. Little bit wide, a little bit deep. Is able to keep the car on track though, which is the main thing.
He's 9/10 up now.
Now, what do we think about drivers starting on the soft tyre as the rain has stopped?
I think, I think the rain has stopped definitely. I think they have to wait till the very last moment. It might be a bit too early to go out on softs.
But the question is, would you risk it if you could start on mediums if you're in the top 10?
I want to be honest because once you set the time on soft, you are forced to start your race on soft. So I would personally not do it unless they're expecting a early safety car, and maybe they would try a soft to hard strategy.
Yep, as currently Maggi sets a 137.782 as he spins, coming through the loop and Aintree, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go on board with Gislodian, who is 4/10 up on his time. Let's see if he can improve. He's currently in P2 with 137.689. Gislodian, after winning the Austrian Grand Prix last week, will he be able to promote the same form this week?
I think he would definitely like to make it 2 in 2. But again, I think British guys equally fast as well, so
I'm just in time on the board.
But yeah, I think that's a pretty strong lap, only 2/10 behind British guy.
So we might have a battle between these three drivers for the race win, it looks like. I'm just in time, who I think's got a podium in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think Gislodian was able to improve on that lap. There is still a little bit of spray coming off these cars.
Yeah, definitely. I think the timing sheet showing softs is just a game glitch. I think it's not time for slicks yet. And yeah, like you said, I don't think drivers would want to risk starting on the softs for the race. I think most of them would prefer the mediums.
Yeah.
The top 10 especially.
Yeah. So Gislodian looks to be trying to improve this lap. However, he has SFR British guy who's right behind him. But with 30 seconds to the flag, will he be able to make it? We'll have a look
I
at
think
Donkey
it's
Kong.
qualifying over for British guy. I don't know why he's come out in first place. It doesn't make sense at all.
Nope. Because I remember in the practice session I was 3 seconds from the flag and heading through Maggots and Beckett's. There was about 30 seconds. No, qualifying's definitely over for SFR British guy.
Definitely, yeah. So
Now
I think Gislodian is currently 2/10 up on his second sector time.
that was a quick time from Tim. A 1:37.2 puts him into P3.
I think this really shows that the track is drying up and faster times are bound to come. I think we need to look out for guys who are on their final flying laps.
The Bear is currently 1/10 up on his time. Let me just have a look at other drivers. Mohammed Gun has stopped on track. Vicious Vic is 6/10 up on his time. I think we'll go to the Bear though. It's very promising qualifying from Tim. Whether he can take advantage of this, I'm not
I think
sure.
the Bear is currently targeting about maybe P5. He's currently 4/10 up.
Well, he doesn't
on
have to
his
worry
second
that much.
sector time.
He will be in P7 anyway because of the grid penalty by
Maggi.
Maggi, and I'm just in time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, hang on. Does that mean Tim Forever
Tim
20.
starts P2. Yeah, I think he starts in the first row.
Gislodian
Bear moves on to the
P3.
second row.
Gislodian P3. Alpha Tauri P2, P3. Possible upcoming Constructors Champions. Trucky spins heading through Vale. And I think this is going to be your qualifying grid for today's session, as Mohammed Guna's not going to improve, nor is Trucky. So, qualifying as is. SFR British Guy currently on pole with a 1 minute 37.0. I'm just in time in second. I'm just in time with a 5-place grid penalty. Tim in second, Gislodian in third, SFR the Bear in fourth, Bakerade in fifth. I'm just in time. Donkey Kong in seventh. I'm just in time in eighth. Kefhu ninth, Scooter Clem 10th, P Doran 10th, sorry, Mavji 11th, Mohammed Guna 12th, Simo 13th, The Vicious Vicar 14th, Trucky 15th, Mark Curtis 16th, 17th is Kilbert, 18th is Infinity, and 19th is the disqualified driver of Fanny Lion. And that rounds off your grid.
Yeah, I think Forever 24 came out at the right time. I think he made the best use of the track conditions. I think British Guy might have had maybe a few more tenths in his pace, but I think he left it too late at the end.
We may have a glitch lobby, folks, so you might just want to hold on with us for a second. Oh, here we go. Right, so the session is back to normal. It looks like.
Oh, we got 3 people with grid penalties. Just in time at the end,
Oh, Kefhu has a 5-place grid penalty, which I was not aware of. So that will promote Scooter Clem. Cool, loads of drivers are getting free promotions today.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the game doesn't do the maths for me. So, I'm just in time will start 7th. Marji will start 11th. Kefhu will start 14th. And any other driver that's above them will be promoted. Under them will be promoted. What's your race predictions for today, Sonic?
I think Gitch for the podium, definitely. I mean, the consistency he has, he's definitely going to be up there. If British Guy can finish the race, he is going to get up. He is going to be on the podium as well. If he can finish the race, he just needs to keep the car on track, and the podium is guaranteed for him. And then I think the Bear as well. So these 3 are my podium predictions: the Bear, Gage, and British Guy.
I'm gonna go for Alpha Tauri, P1, P3. In second place, we're going to have the Bear, and I think Simo will score points this session.
Alright, let's see.
And for those of you who are watching us live from YouTube, feel free to put your race predictions in the comments, and we will read them out on stream before the race starts. My G's put I'm P10, not 11. So I believe he's starting in P10. He does have a 5-place grid penalty, which would put him in 11th. But we'll have to wait and see what the starting grid says, as we're now waiting for players to sort their strategies out. Do we think drivers will be changing their front wings, or do we think they'll be keeping the setups they were given?
No, they will be definitely changing the front wings. And if I'm not wrong, most drivers would have gone on the drive setups in quali with the extra front wing. I think that's what most drivers would have done. because I think it's the race that matters. It's the race that gives them points. So I'm sure the setup would have been taken up based on dry weather.
Lewis Price's British guy, probably first by a minute. Having flashbacks to Baku, where I think he won the race by 26 seconds, if I'm not mistaken, as they start their formation lap. So your official starting grid is SFR British guy, followed by Tim Gislodian, SFR the Bear, Baker Road, I'm just in time, Donkey Kong, Scooter Clem, P Doran, P10 Maggi, Mohammed Guna, Simo, The Vicious Vicar, Kefu, Trucky Man, Mark Curtin, Kilbert, Infinity, and Fanny Lion. Let's get all your infographics up on screen for you guys to have a look. So looking at the tyres, it's a mix. So one of the AlphaTauris has gone soft, the other's gone mediums. Then from P5 to P8 they have gone mediums. P10 Maggi started on the mediums. So it's a mix of strategies, let's say.
Yeah, I think people at the bottom 10, I think they are looking to make up as many positions as possible on those softs. I think the people at the top 10, I think they are expecting a early safety car maybe in the first 7-8 laps.
If I was one of these drivers, I would be hoping for a safety car maybe midway through the race, because I would try to cheat the system and box for mediums for 1 lap, then go back on the softs, because I think the softs can do about 10 to 12 laps.
Yeah, indeed. I think the softs last pretty good around here, so yeah, I think they could try what you've suggested.
But anyway, as the drivers get closer to the starting grid, Ferrari on pole as per usual. I think SFR British guy had one in Monaco, then had one in Baku, then had one in Canada. So he has won races 3 times in a row. As said before, he got an unfortunate disqualification in France for overtaking the safety car, and was P2 in Austria. So he's had one of the probably the best starts to the season he could have probably hoped for.
Yeah, of course. I think we are. I mean, of course. I think this after Gineji and the other driver Capricorn got moved up. So I think as long as they were there, I don't think his performances were that great. But I think as soon as they left, I think he found some confidence and he just kept pushing after that.
Well, here we go. Their engines are revving. The light sequence begins. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go for the GP5 British Grand Prix. AlphaTauri of
Tim gets a very poor start.
Tim having a very, very poor start in the Alpha. SFR British guy getting a great jump on the cars. Almost a second in front. Possible incident with an Alfa Romeo in the back. It is chaos heading through the first few corners as they come through towards the, not the hangar straight, one of the straights. So it's currently Gislodian who's gone up into second. I'm just in time, promoted by a few places up into third. Baker got a jump. Maggi's jumped up 5 places. The Bear has also jumped up a place, so has Scooter Clem. Simo's jumped up from P12 to P9. Great start from her in the Ferrari. Tim, after having an unfortunate start, maybe wing damage with the amount of collisions he had, has gone lost 12 places, but hopefully he can regain his stride and get back up the order. Having a look at Maggots and Beckett, there's a battle for P8 it looks like.
So I just checked Tim's car and his front wing looks intact. Of course, there could be minor damage that is not visible to the naked eye, but for now the front wing looks intact.
That's great news for Tim to hear. He's hoping that he can, instead of boxing, he can continue and try fight his way back. SFR British guy currently the fastest lap of 1:33.933. I'm not sure if it's just me or is my timing screen messed up, but apparently Maggi is 1 minute 33 seconds slower or faster than everyone.
Yeah, I think that's definitely messed up.
Let's try to have a look at the battle between the Aston Martin and the Haas Mohammed Guna. These both drivers battling it out. DRS is not enabled until the third lap. Here they go, side by side. Mohammed Guna backs out. My timing screen is heavily messed up, please ignore it. Infinity on the back of Fanny Lyon. There's a great battle heading into Cops between these four drivers.
I think the timing screen should cut itself after this lap.
Hopefully, as soon as Donkey Kong with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, I'm presuming that will be track limits. Hopefully after next lap we'll be able to get your accurate battles going.
Yeah, so currently British guy does not seem to be pulling away as much as we expected him to. I mean, he's only 1.4 seconds ahead of Gidge. So Gidge would be hoping to get into his DRS zone as soon as possible, and maybe just tag along from there.
Yep, as there's a collision between Truckee and Kefu heading in onto the Hamilton straight. Here we go, timing screen's back. We have our timing screen back, people. So, let's have a look at the closest battle on track. It looks to be between Maggi and Bakeroid. DRS is enabled this lap. So he may be getting overtaken. Maggi.
He takes off the Aramco board there.
RIP to the Armco board. But he has recovered. He hasn't got any wing damage on that Mercedes. And luckily, it wasn't that bad for him. Let's have a look. What else is close? Have a look in the back of the pack with the Haas and the other Mercedes of the Vicious Vicar. The Haas and Mark Querty, who is believed to be reserved for this session, now on the soft tyres. His rival up ahead on Vicious Vicar is on the 2-lap old medium tyres. And this is currently your closest battle on track, apart from Infinity and Fanny Lyon, who are chasing each other down. 3/10, now 4/10. So it has been a great 3 laps so far. Nope. Something's happened with Donkey Kong. He's all over the place.
Yeah, I think he's lost a position to Maggi there, trying to get a glimpse of his front wing.
Yeah.
Used to okay. I think he might have lost the car a bit and lost position due to that.
Simmer now in P10 tries for the lunge on P. Doran. Kilbert with a 3-second time penalty. There's a yellow flag. Who is it?
Was that Duran?
It's Maggi. It's Maggi. It's Maggi. Oh, and the two Mercedes teammates collide. Kilbert's gone. Kilbert's round. Kilbert's round. Maggi's round again.
Gilbert is gone as well.
Simo now up into P8.
I don't know, did he cook up his tires too much? Seems like it.
He may have left overtake on it. Is Mohammed Guna a lapped car?
That's what even I see here. It's a bit strange. I mean, it's only lap 3 and he's already a lapped car. And he's pitted already.
Well, whatever's happened, there is a close battle between the Fanny Lyon and the Vicious Vicar. Infinity on the back of this battle as well. Does go over the curves a bit rough. Simo and Kefu just had an overtake. Truckee's having an overtake on P. Doran. Couldn't get it this lap. Maybe try for the lunge. Thinks better of it. Goes into the back and there's a collision. Nope. Mohammed Guna's round. I'm not sure if it's my connection, but
no, I think even I'm seeing the same thing. So I think it's possible that Mohammed Gunnar got lapped already. Maybe he's got the wrong setup. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he's went on a right setup and it's just not working for him.
Well, whatever's happening, we have another battle for P4 between Bakeroid and SFR the Bear. One
I
in a
think,
Red Bull,
and
one
Scooter
in a...
Clem is trying to join the party as well.
Yep, Scooter Glenn's going to try and get that DRS off the back of his teammate. And if he has more pace, maybe we might see team orders. I know Austria, both teammates were fighting to the death. And I think one of them maybe possibly crashed after contact. Not too sure though, that could be another division or another team. Very tight from P10 to P19, should I say. Kilbert with another 3 seconds time penalty for multiple warnings.
Peter on having a look on Simo. Tries on the outside but backs off.
Yeah. I was on truck, he's having a look.
Alpine of... Yeah.
Trucky's trying to stick his nose in there.
Yeah, I think the fight for P9 is getting intensified, with even Tim joining this train.
Yep, Tim's hungry.
I think, is that Simo?
Simo's gone, Simo spun. Something's happened to the Ferrari.
Commentator's curse got her.
Possibly.
I think Mohamed Gunnar has desynced.
I believe that to be the case as well. I'm not sure if this... Simo does not have wing damage. So, luckily for her, she will be able to continue in this race. But we're having a
Oh, and Infinity almost runs into the back of Mark Verti there.
We'll jump on board with Infinity and have a look at this battle. It seemed to have eased off that there's a yellow flag possibly somewhere on track. So it seems like some of these drivers that started on the softs are starting to struggle slowly. Vicious Vicar getting loosey-goosey in through Maggots and Beckett, almost spins. Maggie with 3 seconds time penalty, his teammate. Tim on the back of Trucky. Trucky's out of hers, it looks like his red light is flashing. Trucky's gone into the side of Tim, contact. Whether he goes for the look down the inside again. Both drivers go a little bit deep. Trucky trying with the switchback of dreams. Can he get the switchback of dreams? It's going to be tight. Contact. Contact between Trucky and Tim. Whether that was he cut the corner, that might be looked in the steward's office later. Another yellow flag, it looks like for Simo. Simo with a 5 second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Kilbert another 3 seconds. So some drivers starting to pit. Maggie's bot. No, he hasn't. Infinity has boxed, so has Simo. Simo is now boxed. Fanny Line with a 3 seconds time penalty for multiple warnings. SFR British going 3 seconds.
Yeah. So I think whatever time he's gained on those softs is actually set. I think this time penalty has actually set him back.
Yeah, having a look at Tim and Trucky, they are still battling out what they're going to do from Maggots and Beckett's. Tim's had to lift off so he doesn't go into the back of Trucky. Will Tim be able to get this overtake done as Kefu and Donkey Kong are fighting? Kefu's got the overtake done, but we're back on board with Trucky and Tim. Tim going for the lunge on the inside, thinks better of it. Goes a little bit wide. Fanny Line still on the back of him. Very close, a little bit of contact between the Alpha Tauri and the Alpine again. Both drivers squabbling for this 1 points position. Fanny Line sitting back and waiting for the drama to unfold.
Bakeroid, I think, has fallen behind the Bear over here. He's outside the DRS of Bear. So he seems to be currently holding up his teammate. Not sure if team orders will come in place. Both drivers on the medium tires.
Maybe, maybe not. Hopefully we'll see some team orders at Red Bull. Unlike last week. Team orders being...
Scooter Clem will be having DRS through the hangar straight. So if you can get the move done, I think he can move on and target the bear after that.
Yep. Well, looking at the two Red Bulls now, he's going for the pass, and they are fighting. Simo with 3 seconds time penalty. So Baker Road's now let Scooter Clem pass. Hopefully Scooter Clem continue. I'm just in time and Gislodian battling out.
Yeah, just noticed that.
Trucky's
I
gone.
think just in time would have DRS now.
Trucky's gone, Trucky's gone. Maybe a bit of contact with the other Alpha Tauri, not too sure, they were squabbling it out. Gislodian now trying to defend for his life. Staying P2, we'll have a look on the run. I'm just in time, we'll have. Will he go for the dive down the inside? No, thinks better of it. SFR British guy with a 4.5 second gap on these drivers now. Oh, Gislodian's in the gravel. I'm just in time making the move on Gislodian, heading through Woodcut. I mean, Woodcut? I believe it is. And it looks like that battle is ceased to be no more. What other battles do we have on track at the minute? Tim and Fanny Line. One's on the mediums, one's on the softs. 8 tenths between each other, now 7 tenths.
I think those softs would be reaching towards the end of their life, so I think it's advantage Fanny at the moment.
Currently, yes, Fanny Line does have the advantage, but will there be a safety car is the question, as it looks like Trucky's round. Trucky might have spun. So it looks like Simo is about to be lapped by her teammate. It is currently lap 10 of 26. We're watching Fanny Lion on the back of Tim. Tim being a GP2 commentator, well known for his comms.
Fanny should be getting Tim this time around. You will be having the DRS advantage. Also, he seems to have charged the battery a bit.
That's what it looks like. We'll have a look. We're on board with Fanny Line. Will he go for the inside? Side by side. Tim goes a little bit wide. Fanny Line makes the move. The move is done.
I think currently this is the closest battle that we are seeing. The rest of the pack seems to have.
P. Doran's on the back of Donkey Kong, it looks like.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a good spot.
P. Doran has DRS. Maybe some sort of preemptive move, maybe planning? No. P. Doran's off the throttle. Those two Red Bulls are still squabbling for positions.
Oh, and there's a yellow for sector 3.
That looks to be for Fanny Lion. Or Tim maybe? Oh, Tim's in the pits. Tim is in the pit lane. So these soft tires. Let's have a look at time penalties while we're here. Penalties. So, SFR British guys on 3 seconds, The Bear on 3 seconds, Kefu, Donkey Kong and Fanny Line on 3 seconds, Kilbert 9 seconds, Vicious Vicar 5 seconds, Mad G 6 seconds, Trucky 5 seconds, and Simo 8 seconds. We're on board with P. Doran on the back of Donkey Kong again. See if this battle can go anywhere or do anything. It looks like Pete Doran's having a better time heading through Maggots and Beckett's. He's now right on the back of Donkey Kong with DRS.
Tries to make a move on the outside.
Will he be able to stick it? Will he be able to keep the move? Was that a little bit of contact maybe?
I'm surprised he didn't try to fight the Williams there.
Maybe his tyres aren't able to fight it.
Oh yeah. I think that could be the reason.
I think he might have wanted to go into the pits, but then realised Donkey Kong was on his...
Inside, yeah.
Yeah. This is the closest battle on track currently. There is a little bit of battle between Infinity and the Vicious Vicar, which we'll cut to now. But it doesn't look like we're going to be able to see anything from this one.
So, yep, British guy setting a purple on 11 lap old soft, so he's still pushing as hard as he can to cover up the 3-second time penalties. He's still not coming into the pits.
Well, we'll soon be able to see what he's able to do. I believe he'll be in a FSFR British guy, 1 minute 30.6. Peter on. Oh, there's a yellow flag. It looks like an Alpha Alpine. The Alpine and Truckee.
That Truckee?
It is Truckee. P. Doran's now in the pits. Infinity's gaining on the Vicious Vicar. Infinity on 4 lap old hards. Vicious Vicar on fresh hards. Very, very close to each other.
Hard is a
yellow flag is Truckee. Oh,
he seems to have
crash.
There.
Crash. Infinity and the
he
Vicious
retired
Vicar.
on track. Oh.
There's been a crash in Sector 2 and there's been a crash with Infinity. The Vicious Vicar went to defend. Infinity's gone round the outside, clipped the grass and spun into the wall. Just loading with 3 seconds time penalty now.
So, SFR British guy into the pits now.
Yeah.
He should be going on the mediums.
And you are right, he's in on the mediums.
Even the bear has come into the pits.
The bear is in the pits. He will be on 4 medium tyres as well.
So currently the top 5 are yet to pit.
Yeah.
But since the softs can do 12-13 laps, I think maybe it's best to pit now to make good use of the soft tires.
Maybe, possibly. Not 100% sure. Hooky has just informed us that the top between P5 and P3 and P5, sorry, they are all Welsh drivers as it's virtual safety car. Virtual safety car has been deployed. P. Doran has crashed, it looks like. P. Doran is without a front wing. Virtual safety car has been deployed.
Will just in time come into the pits for the softs? No, he decides to
stay out.
Yeah, he decides to stay
However,
out.
Gisladian's come in.
So I think that's a smart move from Gisladian.
And he gets another 5 seconds. Gets a 5
Scooter
seconds.
Clem decides to stay out as well.
Will his teammates stay out? Or Scooter Clem's in?
No, he's in. And Bakeroy decides to stay out.
Donkey Kong's in. SFR British guy stays out. Oh, he's just pitted, that's why. So a little bit of action in the pit lane. DRS has been enabled.
Will Gage get the jump on British guy? No, he's too.
No, unfortunately he will not. But looking about where I'm just in time is on track, there is less than 20 seconds left if our British guy will jump. It's now going to be a battle between Gislodian and I'm just in time for the P2 position.
See if you get overtake done on scooter climb.
Yep. Now having a look at the timing sheet again. Closest battle on track is between Maggie and Tim, it looks like. An unfortunate start for Tim in the Alpha Tauri, who was P2, but due to circumstances, I don't think he was able to release his clutch in time and fell like a stone. P. Doran's in the pits. Gislodian looks to be gaining on the back of Fanny Lyon.
Yeah, I mean, Fanny is on 14 lap all mediums and
Baker Road's in the pits.
Now it should be interesting to see if Scooter Clem gets the jump on Vickroyd. I think he should. He's coming around mid corner now.
There's a battle in the back between P13 and P15. Kilbert with another 3 seconds time penalty. Hello Capricorn.
And Scooter Clem gets the jump on Vickroyd, so he comes out 5 seconds ahead approximately.
Donkey Kong gets the jump on Bakeroid. Maggi with 5 seconds time penalty. He's in the pits again.
Maggi is not having the best of the races today.
Simo 3 seconds.
Simo's lost the car again. Goes onto the grass.
Now what these drivers that haven't pitted want is a safety car.
So just in time is in the pits now. I think the average pit stop time that it loses about 20-25 seconds. So let's see if British guy can get a jump on just in time. He should be able to, if I'm not wrong. He's still changing tires now. British guy coming around the final corner.
Funny lines in. Will Gislodian be able to jump I'm just in time is the main question though. Here we go.
I think this is going to be close.
It's going to be closer. Simo's retired.
Oh, so Gislodian gets the jump.
Yep, Gislodian gets the jump on I'm just in time. So Simo is out. Simo is out. Where she's gone out, not too sure as the car's disappeared. The only thing going for I'm just in time currently is he's on 0 time penalties.
Oh yeah.
So.
And Gislodian has got 8 seconds of time penalties. So. I think he's currently 11 seconds behind British guy. So I think if he can cover up about 8 of those seconds, he's in a good shot to get the win. Again, looking at British guy's pace, I think it's going to be a little bit difficult to cover 8 seconds on him.
Yeah. I'm just in time does look to be gaining on the back of Gislodian. However, so he's going to have that issue as well. There's a battle, it looks like Kilbert's sights happened to Kilbert. He's now being fought with Infinity. Has been quite an incident-filled race.
So I think the closest battle is currently between Mark Verti. I think it's a fight for P11 that these guys are
Yeah, we're currently on board with
fighting
that
for
one
at
at
the
the
moment.
minute. Maggots and Beckett's, maybe we'll try something there. Maggi with another 3 seconds time penalty. Mark Quetty is on 3-lap old medium, so he does have that advantage. Kilbert's right behind the lot on softs. He makes a lunge.
Whoa,
Contact,
and they make
contact.
contact. Mark Verti has
Contact.
spun around.
Yeah, it was between the Vicious Vicar. Did we see what happened there?
Yeah, I think Vicious Vicar tried to move down the, tried to move on the outside and then cut maybe a bit too early, and maybe that made contact with Mark Verti.
SFR British guy must be drinking G Fuel, as he's now got an 8-second gap, and I'm just in time as Magi's having a battle with Infinity as we speak. I'm just in time with a 3 seconds time penalty. Unlucky for him, as I was just about to say, he has gained 2 seconds on the back of Gisladia.
So if we can not get any more time penalties for the next 7 laps, I think he should
Big collision,
be getting
big
the
collision,
jump
big
on.
collision, big collision. Kilbert and
Is-
Infinity, they look like they crashed into each other.
Things seem to be getting a little naughty at the back there.
2 Mercedes are fighting. Both Mercedes are fighting.
I think it's the father-son battle that we're witnessing at the moment.
Something's happening with Baker Road. He does seem to be doing something with his car. SFR British guy with a 3-second time penalty.
I think, I think it's pushing too hard at the moment. I mean,
More
mathematically, I
yellow
think,
flags.
mathematically, if he can maintain the current gaps, I think he's got this win. So I think he should try to ensure that he doesn't get any more time penalties. Scooter Clem with no penalties in the top 6. So this should be interesting.
Yeah. Well, there is a big battle. It's not even for points. Just a big battle in the pack, on the rear of the pack.
It's Coety, Infinity and Gilbert.
Yep. Well, that is the battle. Kilbert is on fresh soft, so he should be able to overtake Infinity with ease. In theory. I think Baker Road's just past Donkey Kong.
Infinity gets the move on Mark Verti done on the inside.
Whether that move will be able to stick. Will we see another Hamilton and Verstappen moment between Mark Querty and Kilbert? They are close, but they're not close enough. Yellow flags love to come out in this game.
I think it will be difficult for Gilbert to get the move done this lap around, because when Mark Verti will be getting DRS from Infinity.
Yep. He's just stuck in that DRS train and he can do nothing about it.
Yeah, we've got Donkey Kong, who's currently 6 tenths behind Baker.
Let's have a look at this battle. He does go very wide through Maggots and Beckett's. And he's out the oh, he's just barely clinched onto the DRS. But will he be able to keep it, as he's 1.1 seconds now down on his time from Baker?
I think he's lost quite a bit of time through buckets.
Yeah.
I think back to the fight for P14.
Back to the fight for P14. Oh, I saw something. Here we go. Mark Querty's gone off into the distance, whoa, never to be seen again.
Sorry.
I think he had a turn left to go right moment. Virtual safety car has been deployed. If any
So
of
it's
you
time
watch
for So it's time for this trio to cool down a bit, because they're not fighting for points at the moment.
Maybe. If any of you watching have watched Lightning McQueen and get the reference turn left to go right, I think that's what Mark Qwerty has just done.
Okay, I think Mohammad Gunnar seems to have glitched.
P. Doran drive-through penalty. P. Doran drive-through penalty.
Please, Doran, you can't serve it under yellow flags. No.
Oh no.
There's no
5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It's gone horribly wrong. Five-second time penalty for just loading, ignoring yellow flags.
No, that's the last thing he wanted.
He can get it removed though. He can get it removed if he does not pit again. Just having a quick look at penalties again. That's a lot of penalties.
Yeah, I think just in time would be getting P2. After that, I think Scooter Clem would get P5. I think the rest of it would remain the same more or less. And Vicious Vicar has a drive-through as well. I think we missed that somehow.
Yeah,
I can see a Vicious Vicar drive-through.
Yeah, Vicious Vicar has a drive-through penalty. It is all kicking off in the final 5 laps of this Grand Prix. Baker Road and Tim have passed each other in the pits. Tim's now in the points. Tim's back in the points with no penalties. Infinity and Kilbert, they're battling out again. Mark Qwerty's off in the distance somewhere. Kilbert with another 3 seconds. How many seconds does this man have? 18 seconds so far.
18 seconds. I think he's inviting a DSQ at this rate.
I think the disqualification is up to 30 seconds of penalties, maybe?
Yeah, indeed, yes, it is.
The only one thing that I have to say about Silverstone is the speed limit in the pit lane is ridiculous. 37 miles per hour.
Yeah, and it gets especially difficult if someone takes out this speed limit board.
It's so annoying because you're coming into the pit lane at 70, 80 miles per hour and the game wants you just to stop instantly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's one of the annoying bits of Silverstone pit lane.
And I do believe it is the longest pit lane on the track, on the game.
Yeah, definitely. I think you lose about 30 seconds if you pit.
And I think the shortest pit lane is Canada, as Kilbert's failed Maggots and Beckett's and gone off into the distance. Yellow flags with someone.
So no, I think the cars are pretty spread out at the moment. No close battles at the moment.
The only close battle is between P14 and P15 with the infamous Mark Qwerty. What a move by Peter around the outside.
For some reason he's ghosted on my screen.
I think both of them are ghosted because of blue flags. Scooter Clem is right behind them. Well, this Grand Prix started off with a little bit of chaos and has finished with a little bit of chaos.
Yeah, I think Tim, I think he could have been at least 4 or 5 positions ahead if not for the poor start. I think we really need to see what happened with him. I think I think it's possible that he might have had a little bit of wheel spin or he held the clutch a bit too long.
Well, one thing I can definitely agree with you is Mohamed Guna has definitely desynced out of this session because he's 6 laps. He has been lapped 6 times.
I think the steward will have a headache when he comes and says, you know what, I finished P1 in my in, in my lobby, and you know that is when the things become interesting. Because I've seen it happen to other drivers.
What I do believe will happen though is they'll see what his actual race finishing time was.
Yeah, I think that should be the most apt way of deciding his final finish.
And then they need to see how many penalties he had. So Mohammed Gunnar, if you're listening to the stream, take a picture of the race directory from your race, just to help the stewards out. But we're coming
so we're into the penultimate lap of the race. British guy seems to be leading the way at the moment. No problems whatsoever.
Yep. He is now 13 seconds. More than likely going to be 14 seconds by the end of the race. That's the gap between the two drivers. Moving on to GP4, which has started. So if you want to watch GP4 after this race, it should be live. It should be live now, really. You can go ahead and watch that. What's happened to Bakeroid? Bakeroid, where has Bakeroid gone? Good question. I am not too sure what's happened with Bakeroid. I think Bakeroid may have had Bakeroid boxed, so he boxed for fresh softs. That's what's happened, okay? As I was saying, GP4 is now live and qualification will be finished in about 9, maybe 10 minutes. And then as soon as that's over, you will be able to watch the race. Do we have any tips for the GP4 drivers after watching this race?
Sorry, come again, mate?
Do you have any tips for GP4 drivers that are just about to start their race?
No, I think soft to medium seems to be doing the trick. I think it all depends on what session they're having. I don't know if they're having a dry quali or wet quali. But yeah, I think soft to medium seems to be doing the trick.
Well, all I do have to say is it is currently a dry qualification for them. Whether it's a wet race, well, who knows? Find out in 8 minutes. Bakeroid and Maggi are fighting out on the final lap.
So we've got British guy who's coming around at the end of Angle Straight, approaching the penultimate corner.
Well, approaching the penultimate corner is SFR British guy. Your race winner for the... oh, he spins!
Oh!
SFR British guy, your winner for the GP5 British Grand Prix, who also finishes in style without his front wing.
I think he was trying to do a swirl there.
Just loading another 5 seconds.
No, I think it's just the unshort penalty that got added to his time.
I'm just in time. I'm just in time with a I'm just in time. Sorry, P2. Just loading in P3. The bear P4 who smashes into the Pirelli board. That's who I was looking for. Donkey Kong finishes in P7. Fanny Lion finishes in P8.
I think
Tim will be finishing in
P8 for Fanny Lion.
We are currently have a final lap battle. We have a final lap battle between Maggi and Bakeroid. Let's watch this for a little bit of entertainment. DRS is enabled still. Do we think we might see...
has 14 seconds of penalty, so Bakeroid doesn't need to risk it here. So Tim finishes P9. We've got Maggi now.
Maggi in 10th. Oh, Bakeroid. So that is your results. Mohammed Gunnar is going to be going around and around and around till he reaches the final line. So your winner for the SFR British Grand Prix is SFR British Guy, followed by I'm Just in Time in second, Gislodi in third, SFR the Bear in fourth, Scooter Clem in fifth, Kefu in 6th, Donkey Kong in 7th, Fanny Line in 8th, Tim in 9th, Bakerade in 10th, Maggi in 11th, Infinity in 12th, Kilbert in 13th, P. Doran in 14th, Mark Querty in 15th, The Vicious Vicar in 16th, and in P17 is Mohammed Guno. Very interesting race to watch. Maybe we have a little bit of action in the steward's office at the end of this race.
Oh yeah, I think we should be having a couple of incidents. Maybe most of them were racing incidents, but yeah, I think the stewards will have some work tonight.
Yeah. Well, I think the session's gonna go till it ends with Mohammed Gunar, who has desynced out of the session.
Yeah, I will invite the top 3 in the meantime.
So we will be having race interviews with SFR British Guy, I'm Just in Time, and Just Lodian. This is new. Simo's crashed out the race, but her car is still going around in circles.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of an issue here.
While we wait for the drivers to join into the party, for those that are already here, please make sure your mic is able to be shared, and we'll get race interviews underway when everyone's here.
So yeah, I've invited all drivers.
Hi guys.
Good evening.
Hello Xander, congrats on your podium, mate.
Thank you. Congrats to Luke again, and to Bossy. Oh, not Bossy, sorry. It was third, second, and just in time. Yeah, sorry.
Just a quick reminder.
Congrats, Luke. Congrats just in time on your P2 finish.
Hi.
Right, so just a quick reminder for those drivers that have just joined the party, make sure your voice has been able to be shared, and we'll start off with our race winner, SFR British Guy. Great race from you today, it's your 4th win in SFR history. How do you feel?
I feel very happy.
How was qualifying for you?
It went alright. I found it went very well.
You seem to be the king of the track today with a 14-second gap at the end.
Yep.
Was you confident heading into this race?
Yeah, I did.
It being your home Grand Prix, it's a special one to you?
Yeah, it's very special, yeah.
Sonic Hawk, do you have anything you'd like to ask?
Oh yeah, so Luke, why did you come out so late for your final run? I mean, I think you didn't make it in time before the for your final trying lap. So what happened there?
I just thought I'd just come out, see if I can get an extra lap in, see if I can get any faster, and then of course I didn't get that in time.
Alright.
Alright, well ladies and gentlemen, that is your race winner, SFR British Guy. Moving on to 2nd place, I'm Just in Time. How are you feeling, bud?
Hi, I'm feeling good. Last few laps I fucked up a bit, or at least the game effed up, because there was a yellow flag, but there wasn't anything saying that it was a yellow flag, so I passed a back marker. and I had to return the position, but that cost me about 5-6 seconds.
I had the same.
Yeah, exactly. And you got the penalty for it.
Yeah. So I would like that to be removed.
Yeah.
Well,
5 seconds.
apart from the glitched incident, how did you feel your race was overall?
Yeah, it was alright. It was Gijs is het, toch?
Yeah, it's Sander.
Oh, okay, Sander. It was a bit hard to pass in the few laps, first 10 maybe I think, and then I had found the pace finally to overtake for second place, and when I was getting in the pits, or when I was out pits, I forgot to turn off the pit limiter, so I lost 3 seconds or so with that. So I got to third place again, and never went to pass for second place again. But luckily for the time penalties, I got to second place. So that's a bit luck.
And what was your feeling when you saw it was a wet qualifying session?
At first I couldn't get the proper lap in because I spun out because someone stopped on the racing line. I drove into him, and when I got onto the track again, British guy drove into me. So yeah, I ruined his lap probably. So, and after that, someone stopped again on the racing line in front of me. So that wasn't quite ideal. But I still got the P2 in qualifying, but had the 5 grid place penalty. So that was quite unlucky.
Sonic, do you have any questions for I'm Just in Time?
Yeah, so did you at any point of time think you would be getting P1, considering that at one point of time you didn't have any penalties and you were on the faster tire? Did you think you could have pushed for P1?
If I didn't get a penalty, yes, and if I did the pit exit, if I did it correctly, then I would have gotten maybe 5 seconds behind him. So that was better for a shot for P1, but yeah, at the end it didn't quite work out with the glitch in the game, so that was quite a shame.
Yeah, and also, do you think not pitting during the virtual safety car was also could have been? I mean, had you done that, it could have worked in your favor. I think you could have gained at least 7-8 seconds there.
Yeah. When the VSC was out, I was thinking about it, but
okay, never mind, mate. I think you drove really well to finish P2. Congrats on that.
it was alright because the start was quite a mess in front of me. So.
Okay. Well, that was your P2. I'm Just in Time. Moving on to P3. Gislodian, how are we feeling?
I'm feeling great, thanks. Again, a podium for me. So that's great. Here's Silverstone also. Qualifying was fine. I ended up, because Just in Time had a time penalty, in P3. And like Just in Time said, the start here is always a bit messy if you have to start at the back, especially the first corner. So I was happy with that.
Yep.
So yeah, happy overall.
How was your teammate's reaction to the race start?
Yeah, I have my eardrums are broken now.
We had some parental advisory in the party chat. But yeah, what else was I going to say? P3. Do you think we could have maybe pushed for P2, P1?
No, P1 was too far off for me, I think. But I think because of time penalties, I will probably get P2. Just in Time had that also. The virtual safety car ended, so I speeded up again.
Mm-hmm.
And as I approached the back marker, it gave me an illegal overtake, and I thought, why? And then I already had the penalty. So I don't think that was it was a glitch in the game. So I would like to have that 5 seconds removed, and then I should probably get P2. But no, P1 was too far off. Luke was better than me today.
Alright, well, Sonic, do you have any questions for Just Let In?
No, I think you've covered all the ground. Congrats on the podium, all three of you.
Thanks, mate. And you guys, thanks for the comments again.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
No problem. Well, that is your P3 Just Lady, and that is race interviews done and over with. Just a reminder that GP4 is currently live on YouTube. It is currently lap 2 of 26, 3 DNFs, 0 safety cars, and all drivers are on soft tyres. So go ahead and go watch that while we head out here. Thank you for watching. Does anyone have any last messages?
No, I think we've had a fantastic race tonight. I think most of them enjoyed the race. I hope the GP4 is going to be a cracker of a race as well. So if you haven't subscribed for our channel yet, do like and subscribe to our channel. We race 5 times a week. So yeah.
Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Remember, every single day, apart from Fridays, we're all live. So, take care, good night, and stay